Imagine stepping into your backyard and picking fresh, ripe fruits and vegetables for your dinner. Welcome to the magic of edible gardens. Picture this, a small haven right at your doorstep where you can cultivate a variety of delicious, homegrown produce. The allure of an edible garden extends beyond its aesthetic appeal. It offers you freshness, quality, and the satisfaction of tending your own food. Ever wondered how you can transform your backyard into a bountiful edible garden? Stay tuned as we delve into the world of edible gardens and how you can start one right at home. The first step to creating a successful edible garden is selecting the right plants. This process, though it may seem daunting, is actually quite simple when you consider a few key factors. Firstly, you need to take into account your local climate. Plants are living beings, each with their own preferred weather conditions. Some plants bask in the warmth of the sun, while others prefer the cool, damp embrace of shade. So it's essential to understand what kind of weather your chosen plants thrive in. Next, consider the type of soil you have in your garden. Just as plants have climate preferences, they also have soil preferences. Some plants, like blueberries, prefer acidic soil, while others, such as beans, prefer neutral to slightly alkaline soil. Knowing your soil type can guide you in selecting plants that will flourish in your garden. Lastly, don't forget your personal preferences. Gardening is not just about growing plants, it's about growing plants that you love. Whether you have a penchant for spicy peppers, a soft spot for sweet strawberries, or a fascination with fragrant herbs, your garden should reflect your tastes. Now, if you're a beginner, you might be wondering what plants are best to start with. Let's highlight a few popular and easy-to-grow options. Tomatoes, for instance, are a gardening favorite. They're relatively easy to grow, and nothing beats the taste of a homegrown tomato. Herbs, like basil and mint, are also excellent choices. They grow quickly, and you can use them to spruce up your meals. And then there are leafy greens like lettuce and spinach. They're not only nutritious but also quite hardy, making them perfect for beginners. But remember, it's not only about what plants are easy to grow, it's about what plants will thrive in your garden's specific conditions. So do your research, consider your options, and choose plants that love your local conditions. Remember, the key to a thriving garden is choosing plants that love your local conditions. No matter the size of your space, you can create a fruitful garden. This maxim rings true for every green thumb out there. And today we're going to talk about how you can make the most out of your space, no matter how big or small it may be. Firstly, let's talk about vertical gardening. In nature, plants don't always grow horizontally. Some, like vines and climbers, love to reach for the sky. You can take advantage of this natural tendency by installing trellises, netting, or even repurposing old ladders. This way you can grow more plants in less space. Plus, this method also reduces the risk of soil-borne diseases and makes harvesting a breeze. Next, we have container gardening. Not every plant needs a large plot of land. Many fruits, vegetables, and herbs do quite well in pots, boxes, and containers. The beauty of container gardening is its flexibility. You can move your plants around to catch the sun, protect them from harsh weather, or even take them with you if you move. Just remember to choose containers with good drainage and use a high-quality potting mix. Lastly, let's explore intercropping. This age-old technique involves planting 2 or more crops together in a way that they benefit from each other. For example, planting tomatoes with basil not only saves space, but also helps to repel pests. When you intercrop, you're essentially creating a mini ecosystem that can yield a diverse bounty of produce. A key point to remember in all of these methods is to ensure that each plant gets enough light, water, and nutrients. Overcrowding can lead to competition for these resources, and you don't want that. It's all about finding the right balance. So don't let space limitations discourage you. With vertical gardening, container gardening, and intercropping, you can maximize your yield and variety. Remember, gardening is not just about the space you have, but how you use it. With smart planning, even the smallest spaces can yield a surprising amount of produce. So let's get out there and start planting. Once you've chosen your plants and planned your space, it's time to get planting. There's something almost magical about turning a small seed into a thriving plant, and the journey begins with preparing the soil. It's like baking a cake. The better the ingredients, the better the final product. Your soil is your plant's home, it's where it gets its nutrients from, so you want to make sure it's rich and healthy. Start by breaking up the soil with a garden fork or tiller. You're aiming for a nice crumbly texture. Next, enrich it with organic matter like compost or well-rotted manure. This will provide your plants with the nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. Now, you're ready to plant. Dig a hole that's twice as wide as the root ball of your plant, but no deeper. Place your plant in the hole, making sure the top of the root ball is level with the ground. Then, backfill the hole with soil, pressing it down gently to remove any air pockets. Spacing your plants correctly is crucial. If you plant them too close together, they'll compete for light, water, and nutrients, and none of them will thrive. As a rule of thumb, leave at least as much space between your plants as they'll grow in height. Once your plants are in the ground, give them a good water. This will help settle the soil around the roots and get your plants off to a great start. But planting is just the beginning. To keep your garden thriving, you'll need to provide ongoing care. Weeding is one of the most important tasks. Weeds compete with your plants for nutrients, so you need to keep them in check. Make a habit of weeding little and often. It's much easier than tackling a big weed infestation. Pruning is another key task. By removing dead or diseased branches, you'll help your plants direct their energy towards producing new growth. And then there's pest control. Pests can wreak havoc in a garden, but there are many organic methods to keep them at bay. Try companion planting, where you plant certain crops together to deter pests, or introduce beneficial insects like ladybirds and lacewings, which naturally control pest populations. With proper care and attention, your garden will soon be full of delicious, homegrown food. And there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of harvesting your own produce, so get planting and enjoy the fruits of your labor. The most rewarding part of an edible garden is undoubtedly the harvest. The moment of truth is here. You've nurtured your plants, watched them grow, and now it's time to reap the fruits of your labor. But how do you know when your fruits and vegetables are ripe and ready to pick? Well, each plant has its own telltale signs. For tomatoes, it's pretty straightforward. They should be firm and fully colored. For zucchinis, they're best when they're about 6 to 8 inches long. And for corn, the silks should be brown and dry. Now you've picked your produce. You're probably brimming with pride and excitement, and you should be. But remember, the journey isn't over yet. Preserving and storing your produce properly is just as important as the growing process. For instance, most vegetables like bell peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes should be stored at room temperature rather than in the refrigerator, where they can lose their flavor. On the other hand, veggies like carrots and beets do well when stored in the fridge. And for those abundant harvests, consider methods like canning, freezing, or drying to make your produce last longer. But let's not forget the best part, the eating. There's something incredibly satisfying about eating food that you've grown yourself. The flavors are more intense, the textures are just right, and there's a certain joy that comes from knowing that you've nurtured it from seed to table. Whether you're making a simple salad, a hearty stew, or a delicious dessert, homegrown produce adds a special touch to every dish. It's not just about the taste, it's about the journey, the patience, the hard work, the anticipation. It all culminates in this moment when you sit down at the table and take a bite of your homegrown food. So, relish this moment. Savor the flavors. And remember, every bite is a testament to your dedication, your passion, and your love for gardening. There's nothing quite like the taste of food you've grown yourself. So, are you ready to start your edible garden journey? You've seen the magic of edible gardens, the vibrancy they bring, and the fresh homegrown produce they yield. Remember, it all starts with choosing the right plants that suit your climate, and then optimizing your space to accommodate them. Planting and caring for your garden is a labor of love, one that rewards you with the joy of watching your efforts bloom into luscious fruits and vegetables. And the best part? Harvesting your produce and enjoying the fruits, or rather, the vegetables of your labor. Having an edible garden not only provides you with fresh produce, but it also offers a therapeutic escape, a chance to connect with nature, and the satisfaction of self-sustainability. So take that first step. Start your edible garden today and experience the magic of homegrown food. For more gardening tips and guidance, explore our channel. Happy gardening!